So what does thinking outside the box even mean? To me, thinking outside the box means you take an idea, you expound on it, you add your own little twist, and then you turn it into something new. When I was in college, the kids that did things differently, that had unique spins on things, they were the ones that got the better grades. They were the ones that the teachers kept their work for future students. They were normally the ones that got the better jobs and the ones who made more money. Careers aside and school aside, we're just wanting to improve ourselves and improve our artwork. So whether you're creating things as a profession, whether you're creating things just for yourself and just to do it for fun and for self-development, this video is all about thinking outside the box and developing ideas using your critical thinking skills and your creativity to make something awesome. Before we get started, don't forget, if you are new, to subscribe. It helps to support my channel and it's greatly appreciated. Here we go. Get criticized. I love constructive criticism. Now, there's a difference between constructive criticism and you're just being mean. Getting critiqued is like one of the best things that you can do to improve your work and to improve yourself as an artist. Finding someone who knows at least the same amount of you as you, or a little bit more than you, or maybe a lot more than you, is the best. You can go to your friends and family. I go to my siblings all the time asking them for feedback. Sometimes I don't care about their feedback. Just having someone else's opinion kind of concretes my idea that, no, I like it the way it is, because I just like having some feedback, what other people think about it. Things like value of light to dark, your use of negative and positive space, foreground, background, up, down, sideways, left, right, color choice, subject choice. It also helps the person that you're asking to critique you knows the point that you're trying to make. That way they can say, oh, well, if this is the objective, I would do this, this, and this to improve it. Number 2, create bad or ugly art. I did a whole video about this last week, so I'll put the link to that video below, or somehow. I don't know how to do those little card thingies, like the thing that pops up. Maybe I'll try to figure that out. Very useful to create something ugly. It improves your technique. It helps you to remove that little voice in your head that says, it needs to be perfect, or it needs to look like this, but it doesn't look like this. It kind of removes the anxiety or the sense of I'm not good enough. Lets the creativeness flow out of you. It helps explore new techniques that will help you create your unique style. Create ugly art and do it often. Often? You mean the person who's lost his parents? No, often, frequently. If you know what movie I just quoted, comment which movie I just quoted. It's a movie, but it's also a play. And it's also an operetta. Those are my clues, and that's all I'm giving you. Number 3, steal other people's art/ideas. Now, I don't mean go and rob an art museum. Take an idea that someone else is doing, something that you like, put your own unique spin on it, and put your own creativity into it to make something new. Almost everything in the world is something that is an idea. Or look at the fashion industry. The 90s are back, but yet it's not 100% the 90s. It's the 90s mixed with millennial style. And now it's created something, a fashion that's new. Everything is a quote unquote stolen idea that was mixed with something else to make something new. Every person can put their own unique spin on the same idea and create 7 billion different new ideas. Number 4, restrict yourself to some rules and guidelines. I studied interior design for 4 years. I loved the beginning of a project, of a new project, and having the piece of paper with all of the guidelines and all of the rules that you had to follow, building code restrictions, all the things that the client wanted. When you have a set of specific guidelines that you have to follow, your mind is forced to omit certain things that you might regularly do. You have to use your creativity, you have to use your critical thinking, because my final product usually is better than if I had no restrictions at all. Throughout the years, I have come across a lot of other artists that like to just do whatever with no restrictions. They like to whatever flow, and that's fine. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But the learning curve is set a little bit higher so that I can grow even faster. Faster, harder, faster, faster, stronger, better, faster, whatever that Daft Punk song is. Better, faster, stronger, something. My computer is going downhill and it's really sad because I love my computer. Also have an objective. I'm starting here and I want to end here. This is my objective. And what's in the middle, it's your critical and creative thinking that's going to get you there. Number 5, collaborate with others. I loved it in college. We worked in groups like 95% of the time. And I loved it because everyone brought their own strengths. I was really good at drawing and making the renderings. Other people were good at other things that I was horrible at, like doing the space layout, the precedent research, looking up all of the specifics, dimensions of things, picking out finishes and fabric, the boilerplate legal forms, making sure everything was up to code. I could focus on the thing that I was good at. And of course, there was sometimes, because it was school, that I had to focus on, or at least try to develop my my ability to do the other things too, to make me more well-rounded. Even with my siblings, we all grew up basically in the same environment. We all are artists in our own disciplines. We still have completely different point of views on things. I'm stuck on a painting and I don't quite know where to go. A group text a picture of a painting that I'm working on. Hey, what do you guys think about? Does it need more contrast? Or how's my composition? Even if you're just collaborating with one other person, even that is exponentially better by getting a second brain in on critical thinking. Number 6, my last tip for you is research. I'm talking about anything. The internet. The internet is awesome. You can do a lot of things with the internet. Books. I like going to the library and getting some art books, or even not just art books. When I'm doing research, I get other books. Some books that I got recently was on feng shui, or a gardening book, greenery, flowers, horticulture, books on techniques, specific painting techniques. Yeah, you're going to want to go to an art book for that. I recommend getting as many ideas as possible. A Pinterest board. I like to print images out. Pinterest is awesome. Google is awesome. Don't just like skim off the top where you're just taking the ideas that you do your first search and just take the first ideas go deep into it. Follow the rabbit down the hole. To close this all up in a neat little package, I want you to let me know down in the comments how you create art in your own unique way. Have you tried these things? Are you going to try some of these things? I want to know because I read every comment, and I'll see you in the next one.